Dear whoever is listening, my name is Matt Pless, Catonsville, Maryland's hometown hero. Not really, but I am a songwriter, an artist, a performer, and all the other creative things that generally don't make a person a whole lot of money. I've been described as everything from criminally underrated to the modern Bob Dylan, the hipster Woody Guthrie, and the heir to the beat poet throne, and a bunch of other ridiculous stuff that I don't really identify much with. But one thing I can tell you is, I am known for my style of lyricism and catchy melodies. Here's a little background about my career so far. I started out as the singer and lead guitarist for a pop-punk band called Three Prong Outlet back in high school. We built a pretty big following in the Mid-Atlantic region of the US, released 3 studio albums, opened for a bunch of bigger bands, including a pre-fame Maroon 5 and Fall Out Boy, but inevitably broke up due to various personality differences. That's when I went solo. At the time, I was shattered by this turn of events, but quickly came to realize that the demise of my band was possibly the best thing that could have happened to me. It opened the door to what would become a pretty interesting solo career that would take me on a ride I never really expected. My first solo album, Requiems for Wishing Wells, didn't do too well. It wasn't until I put out my album called Tumbleweed that I began to see things kind of start to pick up for me. It turned out to be an unexpected success in the punk scene, and took me around the country on a rambling journey of seemingly endless DIY booked tours of house shows, dive bars, parties, and other out-of-the-ordinary venues. I played anywhere that I could, and it put me in the position to meet, perform, and form friendships with some of the more notable figures and bands in the DIY underground, specifically in the folk punk scene. Over time, I developed kind of a cult following. I wasn't too big, and I wasn't unknown. It was a cool place to be. I even started to make a little bit of money. Many would say I've had a decent amount of success creatively over the years, but the truth is, I still kind of feel like I haven't done enough. Haven't really played the huge venues as an opening act for larger bands. Haven't recorded enough music I've been happy with. Haven't left a big enough impact on the world. Sometimes I even feel a little bit left out from my peer group. I'm kind of the misfit among the misfits. Too punk for the mainstream and too mainstream for punk. But whatever, I'm cool with it. I do me better than anybody else ever will. Right now I'm living in Nashville, trying to see what the supposed songwriting capital has to offer. So far it hasn't been much. Mostly just writers' rounds with country musicians and empty tourist bars. I'm not sure if it's for me. On most days, I wake up, do the morning thing, try and stay healthy, and get some creative time in on the guitar. In between all that, I try to tackle making content for TikTok. A song of mine has yet to go viral, but I have hope for chopsticks and peanut butter. Staying relevant as an artist these days can be tough. It's easy to get lost among other creators all hustling 24/7 for attention. But I do okay. I'm grateful for still being inspired, still being able to write. Even if the scene here in Nashville seems a little slow by my standards, I'm always going to create things. It's what I do. Doesn't matter what they are. That's why I threw together this video you just watched. You gotta fill the empty spaces with something. That's what I'm here for.